What's up guys, I'm Laura from Reading in Bed, and today we're going to do a quick unboxing of a couple things I've talked about in my previous video, the Ghost Box and the short story advent calendar. Both of these are available from Hingston and Olsen. All of that will be linked down below. I had recently wrapped up a giveaway for the short story advent calendar. That is done now, so if you haven't heard from me, you didn't win. Go and buy it if you want to get it. But let's start with the Ghost Box. So this is something new this year from Hingston and Olsen. And it's starting to get quite a bit of publicity. I'm seeing it mentioned in newspapers and podcasts and all over the place. So this is not a true unboxing because I have opened this already and I've actually read it too. So, but let's just take a look at it because I really do love how this was designed. So this is the box and just kind of plain on the back. But I really like how this opens. So it opens like this, and then you've got some more design inside, and it closes again with a bit of a magnetic closure, which is really nice. This box feels pretty sturdy, like it's going to last a long time, and it's going to look pretty great on a shelf, right? So I did really like that, and I will give you a sneak peek of the inside. I'm not going to talk about each story, even though I've read them. What I may do is a blog post where I rank the 11 stories in terms of how scary they were, or for me it's more like how disturbing they were, but I'll give you a bit of a preview. So the first thing that you see in the box is this little introduction, and this is from Patton Oswalt, who curated this thing. It's kind of weird. It's one of those random Twitter things where Patton Oswalt became a fan of the short story advent calendar, talked about it on Twitter a lot, and must have just got to talking with the publishers, and they decided to come out with this collection of horror short stories. And it doesn't mention it on here. I just found this in my own random internet searching. But Patton Oswalt has a blog, and there is a series of posts from October 2006, I believe, where he lists it's like 31 days of his favorite scary short stories, and a lot of these appear there. Maybe not all of them, I'd have to double check, but a lot of them appear there. So while this little intro doesn't give details on like what he liked about each story, if you go there, which I will link below, you can see he has a little blurb for each story and, you know, where it appeared first and what appealed to him. So that was a pretty neat thing to find. So there are 11 stories in here, which I was sort of thinking wasn't a lot for the price, but they did keep me going for a week. So it turned out being okay. And like I said, because this is going to be something that will live on my shelves for a long time, I'm kind of okay with it now. And each story, like they do sort of look similar, but each story has its own unique design, and it has something to do with what's in the story. So we've got some chains on this one and someone running away on this one. By the way, this is my most disturbing story. Oh my god, I kind of wish I hadn't read it. And then they go on from there. One more I'll just mention quickly. This is the longest, I think. The Pear-Shaped Man by George R.R. Martin. Yes, that George R.R. Martin. And my husband is actually reading these stories too, and yeah, he folded a page. Normally I don't care about that stuff, but like with a set like this, you don't fold the page. Anyways, so that is the Ghost Box. There is a little extra something something at the bottom of the box. I'm not going to show that. You can get it yourself and be surprised, but here it is. It is a thing of beauty, and it is quite cool. Watch for my blog post where I talk more about the actual stories. Now, secondly, we've got the short story advent calendar for 2017. Obviously, I haven't read any of the stories, and I won't do so until December 1st. But here is your first look at the actual thing. Now, a lot has been made of this vellum sleeve, okay? So we've got like a see-through kind of vellum sleeve over the thing, right? Just like that. Now, I mean, it's cool, right? But I am not actually a fan because it's kind of, as you can see, it's hard to get back on. Like, it fits really nicely, but then it, like, yeah, I'm struggling. So I'm just going to put this aside. Basically, to me, this is like the dust cover on a hardcover book where it's like, yeah, it looks nice, but I'm just going to toss it aside and it's probably going to get wrecked or lost. Don't hate me, people who love the vellum translucent cover. So that aside, this is what we're looking at this year. So this is kind of a departure, like not only because of the sleeve, but all the books, because again, we've got individually bound short stories, they're all different colors, whereas in past years there was like a definite color scheme and they just kind of stuck to that. I haven't even really taken these out too much, so I'm just going to take these out and maybe we'll just look at the first couple. So here's stories number 1 and 2. So yeah, I am noticing that even the illustrations are a little plainer. Like they're really all just numbers, and they're not like, the covers aren't that different from each other, whereas previous editions, kind of like the Ghost Box, would incorporate a different illustration that had something to do with the story. So it makes these a little more mysterious, but I gotta say, I do prefer the some of the designs from previous years. The first year still being my favorite, just because the box, you know, opens and closes nicely. It's very sturdy. It feels a little heavier than last year and this year, and the books, they're not in order, but if they were in order, they went from like the palest blue to the deepest blue, which I thought was just really cool. But I mean, I'm still super excited to start reading these, and if you guys stay around and subscribe, you'll see daily videos from me each morning in December. I post them like, you know, 7 a.m. Mountain Time approximately, so if you get your own set and want to read along with me, that would be really cool. And yeah, that's it. So these here are the short stories. Oh, one last observation, there's none that look really long, which is interesting, because usually the last story is a long one, and look, this is 25 and it's like super thin. So what's up with that? I guess we'll see. Come back and watch, and thank you for watching this video.